Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is your Maestrong Hugotero again. So for today's video, I will be teaching you all about Venn diagram and of course its application to some problems. So a Venn diagram, guys, is actually a concept that is being introduced in solving some problems involving sets. So with the use of Venn diagram, it is very easy for the students to interpret and to understand the operations and problems involving sets. So this is very helpful so that most of you will get acquainted of what is sets all about or kung saan na to pag-analyze sa mga problem involving sets. So mauni siya atong gamiton ang Venn diagram. So by the definition itself, if ang atong tanawon ang definition, a Venn diagram is a geometric representation of sets and its operation using circle or rectangle. So this is how you are going to visualize a visual representation of some applications of sets. So it is being represented. When we talk about geometry, so we are going to use figures para mas masabtan nato ang sets. Specifically, ang operation sa sets o ang iyang mga problem solving. So muna siya itong gamiton ang Venn diagram. So it is developed by John Venn. So actually, Canisia is an English mathematician who developed this device para mas masabtan sa mga bata of what is sets. So using Venn diagram. So pwede siya circle, pwede siya rectangle, depende sa inyong choice. So, para mas masabtan pa dyan nato kung sa ang Venn diagram, let's have some figures of this. So like that, as you can see, there are two figures. There are three figures actually in a rectangle that is the universal set. Then if I will say that the first circle is that one is my set A and this is my set B. So as what you can see, so that is an example of Venn diagram. So kanang point in a universal set. So meaning mo nakita universal set is set of all. So at this point, kana siya muna intersection of sets. So as you can see, kanang point na nag-abot ang circle A o B, so that is the intersection. So you all know from the previous lesson that muna kitang intersection, that is the commonality or the elements nga common na naa sa set A o naa sa set B. So that is the concept of the Venn diagram. So using Venn diagram, it is very easy for us to understand and to represent sets. So it is very clear because it has been visualized. Okay, so that is the concept about Venn diagram. So for example, so again, all right, back here. For example, how are you going to analyze this kind of example? A survey is conducted between children who prefer jogging or walking as the best form of exercise. So, for example, set A preferred jogging, while set B preferred walking. So if you're going to look at the Venn diagram, as what we can see, there is an intersection of A and B. So if you are going to think of it, that intersection is the commonality of the two sets. So that is present in set A, at the same time, naasad siya sa set B. So if you're going to count how many are there in set A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6. And of course in set B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 elements. And they intersect, or the intersection or the commonality of set A and set B is only 2. So how are you going to interpret this kind of scenario? So, paano to pag-interpret? Because it's very important to interpret the Venn diagram in a very simple way. So, kung atong i-analyze, pag i-analyze natin, yung nag-preferred ng jogging, ilan ba ang nag-preferred ng jogging only? So, pag jogging only, so jogging ra jud ilang gi-choose, so we only have 4, right? Because these two here, these two persons or two people who preferred as the commonality, meaning nag-preferred sila ng dalawa. It's either jogging or walking. So they choose two. So that's why this is the intersection or the commonality. So yung nag-preferred ng walking as your set B, only 3, walking only. Because again, these two people here preferred both jogging and walking as the best form of exercise. So if you're going to ask question, how many preferred jogging? So pila man kamo ang nag-preferred of jogging? So ako niya ng jogging only is jogging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bakit included tong dalawa? Kasi they prefer jogging naman. It's either they preferred both. So belong pa rin sila sa nag-preferred ng jogging. Okay? So next is how many preferred walking? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nabilong pa rin tong dalawa because they preferred also walking. Okay? So how many preferred both jogging and walking? So it's only 2. Sila na yung dalawa ang pumili ng jogging and walking as the best form of exercise. Itong 4 na to sa set A, walking lang yung sinagot nila. At itong 3 is, ito sa set A, jogging lang yung sinagot nila. Itong 3 na to, ang sinagot nila ay walking as the best form of exercise. So with the application or with the use of Venn diagram, it is very easy for us to visualize some real problems involving sets. So mas madali nating maintindihan kasi sa Venn diagram, ipinapakita kung saan sila nag-i-intersect. Diba? So asa sila nag-abot. Marag ka mo ba? Mag-ano mo silang uyab, mag-chat-chat mo. So magsabot man dyan mo asa mag-abot. So musa na yung makita sa Venn diagram kung naabay intersection ang duha ka sets. Klaro. Okay? So, how many were surveyed? So, pila ka ba survey? So, of course, we have only 9. Bakit 9? Kasi itong dalawa na to, if you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, yan, 9 students lang ang sinosurvey. So, hindi nyo i-add yung 6 plus 5 plus 2 plus 8. Hindi. So, iba, di ba? Because ito ay yung intersection. Meaning, they shared both. Okay? So, ganyan talaga ang buhay. Okay. There are some instances that sets don't have intersection. So, for example, in a given set, or what we call that, pag may sets na walang intersection, so of course, hindi mag-i-intersect yung dalawang set na nire-represent mo. So, hindi mag-intersect yung dalawang circle. Okay? Kasi wala naman silang intersection. Empty yung intersection nila. Okay? So, pwede, ganyan yung pag-visualize, ganyan, it's very okay. Okay? So, pwede naman mag-intersect, pero lagyan mo ng empty set, depende na lang yun. Okay? So, wag nyo, hindi lahat ng sets or yung ng circle ng sets ay mag-i-intersect talaga. Kasi yun yung kadalasang problema ng mga kabataan. Kasi dapat talaga mag-intersect. Hindi. Okay? Alright, so for example, in a 3 sets Venn diagram, so as you can see, 3 sets na, if we are going to visualize, set A, set B, set C. So may 3 sets na i-visualize natin. So we are going to use still the same 3 circles to represent 3 sets. Okay? So as you can see, you have there, okay, at that kanang pag yung may asul sa pinaka center yung intersection or yung commonality yung element na meron sa set A, meron sa set B, at meron sa set C, so yun ang pinaka-center. Tapos, itong set A, as what you can see, set A and set C, this point here, yung part na nag-intersect yung set A at set C, so this one, yung violet at blue. So this is the element that is common in set A at common sa set C. Meron sa set A, meron sa set C. So ito naman, B at C, this point here, this part here, is the element na meron sa set B at meron sa set C pero wala sa set A. So sila lang dalawa ang nag-share. Ito namang part na to is this part that is an element na meron sa set A at meron sa set B pero wala sa set C. This part here. So as what you can see, ang pinaka-middle or pinaka-center, ito yung point na meron sa tatlo. Okay? Nag-intersect sa tatlong sets or an element common to the three sets. So you have to understand carefully kung ano yung mga element na common sa bawat sets. Okay? So dapat maintindihan natin, o ito ba yung element na meron ba sa set A at saka meron sa set C? So dito sila na part. Okay? Pwede bang maka-interchange? Oo, pwede. Basta i-label nyo lang kung ano yung set A, ano yung set B, at ano yung set C. Tapos i-identify nyo muna kung ano or ilang element na common silang tatlo. Okay? So dapat yung commonality ng three sets pag meron. So pag wala, so proceed kayo kung saang element magkapareho ang A at B, like that. So this is a visual representation of a three sets Venn diagram. Okay? So pag titingnan natin, diba? So sa set A, naka-purple, sa set B, naka-red, sa set C, naka-blue. Okay? So pag makita natin, so, ang intersection, may intersection sila bawat isa. Tapos, nag-intersect silang tatlo sa pinaka-center. So, that is the three sets Venn diagram. Saan natin gagamitin ito? So, for example, so ito yung mga sample na problema kung saan magagamit natin ang sets. Magagamit natin ang Venn diagram. So, para mas ma-visualize natin, kasi mahirap intindihin. Parang buhay. Ang gulo. Mahirap intindihin ang problema pag hindi na visualize. So, sa pagbasa nyo, oh, ang hirap. Hindi yan mahirap pag na-visualize natin. So, ganyan sa mathematics. The more that you can visualize the problem, the more that it will be easier for you to understand what is the problem. Ganyan din naman sa buhay, di ba? Pag alam mo yung problema, alam mo kung paano susolusyonan ang problema. Sorry. Ganda ng hugot. Ganda ng hugot natin doon, ha? I-subscribe mo yan. So, for example, halimbawa, a survey was conducted among grade 7 students on their favorite color. 35 students like red. 40 students like yellow. 20 students like blue. Take note of the problem. 15 students like yellow and red. 18 students like blue and red. 10 students like the three colors. 38 does not like the three colors. So, yun yung mga sample na problem. Pag sinabi natin 15 students like yellow and red, meaning dalawa yung pinili nila. So, may mga, di ba, pag alam natin, pag may magsa-survey, tapos i-check natin yung gusto natin, kahit siya lang ang gusto natin, etc. Di ba may mga instances na pipili tayo ng dalawa. Di ba? Pipili tayo ng dalawang gusto. Dapat naman talaga isa, pero hindi talaga natin maiiwasan na pipili tayo ng dalawa. Kasi pareho natin silang mahalin. Sino ang pipili? Diba? Confusing. So ito yung nangyari. May 15 students na pumili ng yellow and red. So they both check yellow and red as their favorite color. At 18 students like blue and red. 10 students like the three colors. Diba? Pinipili niya yung tatlo kasi gusto niya yung tatlo. Ayaw niya ng isa. The more, the merrier. And 38 does not like the three colors. So, hindi natin mapipilit yung 38. Ayaw nila sa tatlong kulay. Okay? So, let's assume, kasi mahilig naman tayo sa assume, di ba? Mag-assume ta nga. Tayo na pala, pero hindi pala, di ba? Mag-a-assume tayo na mahal tayo, pero hindi pala. So, let's assume that set R is red. Set B is blue, and set Y is yellow. Sir, pwede bang set A, set B? Yes, pwede. Pero mas comfortable pag yung beginning ng letter ang gagamitin. Okay? So, ito. So, kinukulayan ko pa. Set R is red. So, naka-red siya. Set B is blue and set Y is yellow. So, pag titingnan natin, again, 35 students, 40 students, 35 students preferred So pag titignan natin, 35 students like red, 40 students like yellow, so 20 students like yellow and red. 15 students like yellow and red, and 18 students like blue and red. So 10 students like the three colors and 38 does not like the three colors. So ito yung representation gamit ang Venn diagram. So bakit nag-i-intersect ang tatlong sets? Kasi may sinabi dito na 10 students like the three colors. Diyan ka magsisimula. So ang point natin, uunahin mo yung saan sila nag-i-intersect yung tatlo. Okay? So, or yung commonality ng tatlong set. So, kasi sinabi dito na itong 10 students pumili ng tatlong kulay. So, this is the commonality. I-common to set R, set B, and set yellow. So, lalagyan mo dito ng 10. So, because these 10 students like the three colors. So, meron sila sa red, pwede din sila sa blue, at pwede din sila sa yellow. Kasi pumili sila ng tatlo. Tatlong kulay ang kanilang pinili. Tapos, paano ka pataas? Yung 18 students like blue and red, so ito yung intersection ng blue at red. Saan din intersection ng blue at red? So dito. So, 18 students like blue and red. So, may 10 na dito. So, meaning, this 10 here is the intersection of three colors. Pero, pwede rin silang intersection sa red and blue kasi kung naka-commonality ito sa red and blue. Diba? So, since 18 students, tapos may 10 ka na dito, so the remaining here is 8 na lang. Bakit 8? Kasi sinasabi dito, 18 students like blue and red. So, it does not mean na blue and red lang. Kasi, itong intersection ng tatlo is, they also contain, present din sila dito sa intersection ng red and blue. Kasi commonality ito eh. Tapos, 15 students like yellow and red. So, saan yung intersection ng yellow and red? So, 15 daw ang pumili ng yellow and red. So, may 10 na dito as the intersection of 3, which is, pwede rin silang intersection sa red and yellow. So, ilan na lang ang 5 na lang. Diba? So, ano ang logic dito? Kasi, itong 10 na to is present also to the intersection of the two sets. Diba? So, kay intersection siya sa 3 sets. So, present din siya sa 2, sa kanan. Tapos, saan na? So walang intersection ang blue at yellow. Hindi inilagay. So pwede lang lagyan natin ng empty. Okay? Lagyan natin ng empty meaning walang intersection ang blue at yellow. Okay? So may intersection pero kasi sabi may mga students ba no pumili ng blue at yellow? Yes, itong 10 na to, 'di ba? Pinipili din nila ang blue at yellow eh. So 'di ba? Ito. Although this is an intersection of the three colors, but we can consider them also as students na pumili ng blue at yellow. Okay? So pag blue and yellow alone lang, wala nang halong red, so wala sila. Wala. Okay? So next, 20 students like blue. So nasaan yung blue? Ito, 20 students. So you have there 10 plus 8. So counted din ito. Kasi pumili din naman sila ng blue. So 10 plus 8, 18. So ilan na lang ang natira? So 2 na lang. Kasi the entire blue or the entire sets na pumili ng blue is 20. So 8 plus 2, 10 plus 10, 20. Hindi mo ilalagay na 20 kasi meron na dito. Tapos 40 students like yellow. So lagyan mo ng 25. Bakit? 5 plus 10, 15. Ito yellow. So 5 plus 10, 15. So ang natira is 25 dito. Okay? So ito yung representation. Next, 35 students like red. So ilan na lang? Sa red, titingnan natin sa red, itong circle na to, 5 plus 10, 15 plus 8, 23. So ilan na lang ang pwede? Meron na tayong 23. So since 35, so 12 na lang dito sa labas. Okay? So that is how you are going to analyze problems using 3 sets Venn diagram. So magsisimula ka sa intersection, tapos isa-subtract mo na lang kung ilan yung lacking sa mga intersection sa dalawang sets. So mag-start ka sa commonality ng tatlo, tapos pataas ka. Okay? Isa-subtract mo na lang. Kasi itong common na to is true to all. Okay? So for example, ano yung 38 does not like the three colors. So nasa labas sila. Nasa labas tong 38. Kasi hindi sila pumili. So they are not included in the Venn diagram. They are not included in the sets. So nasa labas sila. But nabibilong sila sa universal set. Ano yung universal set natin? Yung students na sinosurvey. Okay? So ito yung logic. So yung student na sinosurvey. Pero itong 38 na to, hindi sila pumili sa tatlo. So nasa labas sila. So for example, how many preferred red only? So red only. Yung red lang talaga. Wala nang ibang kombinasyon like red and blue, yellow, red and yellow. Wala nang ibang kombinasyon. Red only lang yung meaning, nag-select lang sila ng isa. Red lang yung chine-check nila. So only 12. Ito lang. Because itong 5, ano yung chine-check niya? Red and yellow. Ito namang 8, ano yung pinipili niya? Red and blue. Itong 10, red, yellow, and blue. So pag sinasabing red only, so only 12 students. So ito yung interpretation. Next, how many preferred both red and yellow? So nasaan yung red and yellow? So you have 5. So 5 yung nag-prefer ng both red and yellow. So how many students were surveyed? So paano natin malalaman kung ilang estudyante? So i-add mo yan lahat ng numero sa universal set. 12 plus 8 plus 2 plus 10 plus 5 plus 25 plus 38. So 100 students. Okay? So hindi lahat hindi lahat ng problema lalagyan natin ng complement set or itong hindi included. So depende na 'yon. Sinasabi kasi dito does not like the three colors. So nasa labas siya. So nabibilong siya sa nagsasort. Kasali siya sa sinusurvey. Pero hindi lang siya pumili sa tatlong color. So this is what is the beauty of Venn diagram. Okay? So that is how you are going to interpret and analyze problems involving Venn diagram. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you reach in this part of the video, please comment your name and the school that you are in para ma-shoutout kayo sa sunod na video.